nalang ko sa balay karon. Grabe ko kapoy. I had a very scary and stressful day today. Back in August of this year, I started dealing with really bad pain, sudden pain in my spine. And it spread to other areas to the point that I had to lay on the couch mostly for several weeks, and it was really scary. And it wouldn't go away, so I had to go to the doctor. And I was referred to have a MRI because I had already had a CT scan, which came back clear, and I already had an ultrasound on my kidneys and gallbladder to make sure it wasn't that, and that was clear, but the pain wasn't going away. And tungod kay na ko'y mast cell activation syndrome, wala kayo nagtabang ang mga muscle relaxers. Giprescribe sa akong doctor ang mga muscle relaxers, pero wala kayo sila nagtabang sa ako kay lahi kaya kong lawas karon tungod sa mast cell activation syndrome. So grabe ko nag-react sa mga medications. So that unfortunately didn't really help me. I actually had a really bad allergic reaction to the first muscle relaxer, and they had to switch me to a different one. And then that one still, like, I didn't have like a bad allergic reaction to it, but I felt weird and off when taking them, and more than just sleepy, like in other areas, and it kind of affected my mental health. Anyway, so I was scheduled to have an MRI in September, and unfortunately, I'm gonna try not to cry. I have never dealt with claustrophobia. Like, since I was a child, I actually liked small spaces. And so I think what happened was actually a result of me now living with medical trauma. If you don't know, I had some very, very serious health crisis, a very serious health crisis in 2021, and the recovery from that lasted for many years. I'm still dealing with some of the effects of it. But because of that, I developed medical trauma and medical PTSD. And so I'm such a different person now when I have to go to medical appointments and have medical exams. And so what happened was I only lasted like 10 minutes in the MRI machine, and they give you this like thing to squeeze, and it sets off an alarm for when it's basically you saying, I can't stay in the machine, I need to get out. And that's what I did. And so they got me out, and I just, oh my gosh, grabe ko na ulaw kay, grabe ko naghilak, dili ko makapuwang sa akong paghilak. And they were like, well, you're gonna have to reschedule it. And it was weird because the machine was so small. It was so small, and it was squishy, and I had a panic attack. It was so bad, but also like I didn't get good sleep, and I was having terrible anxiety. So all of that together, I just couldn't stand to be in the machine. So it had to be rescheduled, and I went today, and I almost canceled the appointment. Honestly, I almost canceled the appointment. I had the worst sleep of my life last night because my brain knew that I was going to have to go do this appointment. I was so scared. But for me, it's more than just being scared of being put in the machine. It's also because they have to inject you with dye, and with mast cell activation syndrome, you can have an allergic reaction to the dye, and that's what I was really scared of. And anyways, I woke up this morning, and I just like immediately started crying. I cried so much last night. I didn't want to do it. I just have so much trauma, so much anxiety over anything medical now. Like I can't stand anything medical now. Medical appointments, going to the doctor, like I have so much trauma in my head over it. I just hate it. And so I woke up today, and I called my mom, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. And she was like, you have to get this exam done. So she took me, and she actually, when I got in the car, I was like a zombie. Like, she could tell, like I was just like, my anxiety was so bad, and I couldn't eat also for the exam, so my blood sugar was low, and I just felt so ugh. And she was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do just like we did when you were a child. So when I was a kid, we came back here to the States, and I had to have a lot of tests done to see what was wrong with me because they thought I had heart issues. It was a whole thing. And so back then, my mom had to take me to a lot of medical exams when I was a little girl. And afterwards, because all the stress that I would have to go through, she would always like buy me something special afterwards to like make me feel better. And so today, that's what she said when I got in the car. She was like, here's what we're going to do. Afterwards, you're going to get a prize for having to go through this. We're going to do just like we did when you were a kid. When we arrived there, I was so embarrassed over what happened. Here's the thing. If you don't know what it's like to live with post-traumatic stress disorder and severe trauma, you won't understand. Because when it takes over, it's like there's nothing you can do to stop it. And no matter how much I prepared myself in my head, once I got there, it just took over. The medical trauma. And the lady was like, can you tell me your name and your date of birth? And I literally could not speak. I couldn't speak. And I was shaking this hard. I was shaking like this. And I couldn't speak. And I just crying. And I could not talk. And I just kept looking at my mom. And when I finally could talk, I was like, I need to go. I need to leave. And I almost bolted, honestly. And so my mom asked the lady if she could talk to me privately. And I almost convinced my mom that we could just leave. But my mom gently talked to me and she said, you've had to reschedule this exam twice. We have to find out if there's anything wrong. You've been living with this chronic pain. We have to find out. And so I went through with the exam, and honestly, I got the best lady ever. The person that did the MRI, she was an angel. She was an angel. She made it, you can tell she was very experienced dealing with people who have claustrophobia or just severe anxiety. And she did so many different methods to help me not be scared and to also help me feel more comfortable. It was just, it was really, really scary. And I don't know about other people, but I don't know if it's because I have mast cell activation syndrome now and my body's just a lot more sensitive. I had an MRI like over 10 years ago and I didn't experience this, but now I did. I could feel the rays coming off the machine. Like every single time, when the machine is scanning, it makes noises like gah, gah. And every single time it made the noise, I could physically feel the heat it was giving off. And I could feel it all the way go through me into my abdomen. It was weird. But I felt very accomplished afterwards, and I felt proud of myself, but also like it's just hard to accept being so different now, Like I used to be so kind of carefree and not really scared about stuff like this, and it's so weird to like have to accept how you are now because of trauma. And I'm still working on it with my therapist, I'm working on different aspects of trauma and especially my medical trauma. But I don't know, like it's really kind of hard. Sometimes it's embarrassing because I don't know, I try really hard not to be like this, but I can't help it now. And someday soon, I want to make a video for the very first time detailing and also with videos and pictures that I have from going through this, sharing the horrible health crisis that I lived through in 2021. I have some pictures and videos of when it started and just some things that I've never shared before. And someday, not someday, but someday soon, gusto ko magpakita ana sa inyong tanan kay gusto jud ko makasabot ang mga tao unsa akong giagwanta sa 2021. I think that it could help people understand me better, but also it could help people who have gone through something similar. This is also another reason why I haven't been as active online as I've wanted to be, is because I've been going through this. and dealing with chronic pain, mostly in my bones and my nerves, and just constantly facing like the triggers from it of having to go to medical appointments and exams and stuff like that. So it's been really hard to navigate when you're living with such severe medical trauma and PTSD. But if you want to see the prize that I got, I'll show you. So if you don't know, I collect calico critters, also known as Sylvanian families. And I got these 2 twin elephants today. And they go with my elephant family. And I also got this 40th anniversary. They released this for their 40th anniversary. And I cannot believe that this came to our Barnes & Noble here in Oklahoma, because I thought we were never going to get this. But it's basically a strawberry cake dress with one of the lead characters, Freya, in the Sylvanian family's world. And look at her dress! Tanawa, cute kaayo. Mura siya cake, strawberry shortcake. It's so cute. Honestly, she's so beautiful. Yes, that is what transpired today. I'm happy to be home. I'm happy that it's over. Hopefully, I get good results back. So, please send me good thoughts. Gusto sad ko magpasalamat sa inyong tanan. Daghan kay mga bag-o nga subscribers diri sa akong YouTube channel. Grabe ko na siya pag-check na ako kay ni Saka jud siya maayo. So, salamat kayo sa inyong tanan.